Yo guys, this is Animal. Today I bring you a new video. I'm gonna be talking a little bit about Trials. Trials, the last, I'd say since the season of the Lost started, Trials was big numbers and actually showed the population of Destiny that Trials is a major component of Destiny. Crucible is a major component of Destiny. I've been saying this for the longest time. The Trials and Crucible are important to Destiny because Destiny without PvP, it does just not work. And you can see it actually lately when PvE stuff is popping, like on Tuesdays. Yeah, there is some streams, GMs, and all that kind of stuff, name it. After everybody's done with that, it dies down. And what keeps Destiny on Twitch for the rest of the week is Crucible and Trials. Mainly Trials. Competitive, but mainly Trials. This is the proof for the longest time that a lot of Crucible players have been saying. Like, Destiny without PvP cannot survive. It will do good because of story and all that kind of stuff, and PvE will always have some content from time to time. So you will have the spurs of people that come into the game every time there's a content drop for PvE. But can it get supported by PvE non-stop? Not like PvP can. And I think that's where Bungie kind of saw lately. Hey, look at the numbers. We had the best Trials probably we ever had. And there's so much people that play the game, so much people that stream the game. For them, this is encouraging. For them, this is big. But I have to say, in an opinion, and this is what the video is going to be based on. Since that first week of Trials that came out, we saw what the potential of Trials can be. We saw that weekend there were some things that needed to be done. To protect the randoms, to protect the casuals, to protect the solo players. Try to innovate ways for more people to experience Trials the best way that it can be experienced at. Solo Trials was never constructed for a solo experience. It was constructed for teamwork, for elimination of a team. It was not constructed for, okay, like, I'm gonna go in and go flawless every time I play Trials solo. It wasn't made for that. It was made for team-based tactic, elimination style. And that's where I think, like, they're trying to innovate a way where solos can, how should I say, like, get more flawlesses, get more wins, get more out of the Trials experience. But as a solo player in the team tactic game, it's rough. It's never gonna really be perfect. The best thing you can do is have a matchmaking parameter or something that solo and double players will match more solo and double players. I don't know. I'm not a game dev. I don't know if it's possible, but I think that should have been their main priority after that first weekend, to protect the solo and the double players from facing stacks of 3 that communicate hardly in, just the team aspect. Because right now, the situation that we're in is that there's a lot less players that play this weekend. Not because of the drops. Yeah, the map can be an effect. Nobody likes Bannerfall. If there is, it's a small snidget of player base that loves it because they can snipe more and sorry, they can snipe more and scout and pulse more. And within the Destiny community, a lot of the player base, when it comes to Crucible, they like shotguns and hand cannons and pulse rifles. So, for sniper players, this is a perfect map, but it gets annoying because the aim assist off of snipes and linears is crazy. When you're trying to use your primary to take them out, it's not fun. They'll dome you sometimes out of flinch and this and that. I don't think I have to go on with this. It's you can see it on stream, you can see it everywhere. It's annoying. I don't know why snipers have this much aim assist, and bows are crazy right now. Like Mythic class is crazy, and the map is bad. So let's get that out of the way. There might be a lot of players that not playing because of that. But there's also a lot of players not playing because of the matchmaking flawless pool. So basically randoms and casuals and solos and this and that think they can get a easy flawless, what they do is they wait when the flawless pool starts on Sundays. Hey, it's intelligent for them, you know. Might as well wait until all the savages got their flawlesses so I can not get beat up a bit, you know what I mean? But this is a problem though. Because the problem is that now Fridays and Saturdays are completely overran with just sweats and the hardcore PvP community, and Trials gets a bad rep. Because even on Twitch I was watching Frostbolt and many other players, and all their chats are saying like, wow, this does not look like a fun experience. This looks sweaty as hell. This is like tournament style, you know. This is not, it's not fucking fun, you know. And you see their streamers are having a rough time. So you're not actually enjoying the stream, you know. It's not a fun experience. And yes, I do agree that competitors should be playing at a competitive level and all that kind of stuff. But yet again, though, everybody's chanting the same praise. The Trials was not made for like a competition type base. Like comp is there for that. Survival is there for that. It's supposed to be the competitive scene. You know what I mean? Trials was made for a 3v3 fun, yet somewhat a little bit competitive game type. But it was never made for it to be a sweat fest. And that's where I'm at. Friday, a lot of people are asking me why I don't playing Trials that much. Why am I not doing Trials helps anymore? I used to do a lot of Trials per weekend, like 100 games. I love playing Trials. I went down to like 10, 15 games the last 2 weeks. It's just not fun for me. I've been playing more competitive during the weekend because at least I get good competition there, and it's a competitive playlist. It's supposed to be that. Now I'm playing dudes that are 3.4 and 3.8s and 2.85s, and I'm like, man, what the hell? Like, I'm not even I'm not even supposed to be in that bracket, you know? But that's because the player base is just not there. There's nobody playing. So even the matchmaking queues are long as hell. Just to find a Trials game, it took me 10 minutes yesterday. 10 minutes just to find one game. Imagine running 7 games for a flawless card of that. So you're sweating it out on the worst match in the entire game for 15 minutes. And you gotta wait 10 minutes between games. It is hell. It is not fun. I don't understand like where we're heading, Bungie, with this. Like, stop manipulating with the matchmaking pool. Like, I understand there needs to be a way to protect the randoms, the solos, the doubles, the this and that. But there must be another way to protect these players without destroying. The first weekend, we saw the potential of Trials. We saw where it can be. We saw that you had big numbers and people were loving it. People were talking about it everywhere. It was even trending on Twitter. It was amazing. I could help out my friends. I did like 11 or 12 carries that weekend. That's not much compared to like Jenner, like Grenader Jake and those guys. Like, I'm not even comparing myself to that type of level. But it felt good. It felt fun for the community and all that kind of stuff. I understand that Bungie wants them to be able to get there somehow without having that help, but jeez, it's rough. I don't know what Bungie can do, honestly. If you guys have ideas and all that kind of stuff, be constructive about it. Put it in the comments section and this and that. But I feel like we're heading into a path where like freelance is coming out soon. And that's gonna separate the player base even more. Like what? We're gonna have player base. We're gonna have the flawless pool that's gonna start on Sundays. That's gonna separate the player base in two. And then you're gonna have the freelance that starts Friday. That's gonna separate the player base in three, literally. So there's gonna be basically nobody like to play at a certain point in one of those. It's just gonna be bad, man. I don't know. You're gonna be facing the same people, and as a solo player, you have to imagine you're gonna be facing the same players too. Like a lot of hardcore players too are gonna be playing in there. I see a lot of solo players that are saying like, finally, I'll be able to get a flawless for the first time. Dude, you're gonna be matching people still like crazy because the player base is going to be separated in three. So you're bound to face a Grenadier Jake level of player, and he's going to just destroy. And you're going to be mad, and then you're going to call him out, and this and that, and you're going to be trying to find excuses for your loss. And it's like, I understand that Bungie needs to cater to casuals and randoms and all that kind of stuff. I understand that, but this is not the way. This is making the player base really salty right now. I'm playing trials with my stat buddies the last 2 weeks. But when I have a friend that's like asking me, "Hey man, you want to play some trials?" I'm like, "Nah, man. I'm sorry, but you're gonna land in the flawless pool, and it's just not gonna be fun. It's gonna be a miserable time." Oh yeah, but it's still Friday and Saturday. Yeah, but right now there's a glitch happening where if you go flawless, the first two games of the card, even with a reset card, you're gonna go against like some flawless teams. What the hell? Yeah, there's so much glitches because they're just trying to cater to the casual market, and it's creating this wedge between players and this. I don't know. They revamped it in Season of the Lost. The first weekend, when they revamped it and they saw that it went well, the big numbers are there. Don't try to fix what's not broken that first weekend. Let it ride for a couple months and see where it goes. The people were getting carries. The people were playing with their friends and this and that. I've seen some casuals that never went flawless. Never. But actually went flawless by themselves with their friends that weekend. They said they had a blast and it was one of the most fun experiences they ever had. You keep people happy, player base happy, and they will continue to play the game. They're gonna continue playing trials. But right now, what you're doing is you're separating the player base in two. You're stopping people from playing with their friends and this and that, creating wedges, creating bad taste, creating this effect that does not belong in trials. People don't want to play after that. I know it's been like 5 weeks since trials been revamped, and I'm already playing. Like that first weekend, I played like almost 200 games. That second weekend, I played like 120, I think, because then they introduced the flawless pool, and then it went downhill. And I have barely been playing since then. And this weekend, I just did so bad. Like I keep it real with you guys. I just did bad, and I'm like, I don't know. I just don't want to play this anymore. And like, I don't mind getting my ass beaten from time to time by good players, but it's not fun. Like 95, 98% of the time, sweating it out. 7 games in a row. You know what I mean? Competitive, you can win 3, 4, and then you lose one, and it's like, all right, let's take a break. Let's go back in, you know? You win 3, 4, take a break, you know? In trials, you got to win 7 in a row in order to get really good stuff, you know what I mean? And, yeah, they fixed that with the new draw system and all that kind of stuff. You get something. But when you're a player like me and my friends, you want to go for the flawless game. You know what I mean? You're not even interested in the small pistol they give you. You know what I mean? You want the big stuff. I don't know. It might just be me, but from what I see on Twitter, it's a big part of the population right now that feels this way where Bungie, why did you hurt it even more. Like, you should have left it like it was in the first weekend. Leave it at that for a couple months. Hey, that December update comes in, and you're like, okay, we want to try something else. We're telling you guys we want to just try a flawless pool for 1 week. And you see if it works then. If it didn't work, you deactivate that shit. Now the problem is people don't want to fucking play right now. And it's sad. It's sad because, like, I'd love to help my buddies out today and all that kind of stuff. Flawless pool starts on Sunday morning. I can't help my buddies because, oh, I'm going to be landing against like 2.8s and 3s and this and that because we're separated from the lower tiers that are all waiting to play on Sunday. And I know it sounds mean, but we are separated, the player base. We never get a break. Me and my buddy that will be doing the carry or the help to our friend, we have to carry somebody trophy stacked teams of, like, we saw a dude that had a 120 win streak. 120 win streak. Okay? Like, we are not meant to go against this dude. At all. And some people were saying, like, oh, you just have to stop playing after you got your flawless. Man, what's the point of having this play, like, this game type then? If we can't just continuously play it. That was not the case for Trials back in D1. People would play an endlessly amount. I saw people play like 300 games a weekend. Because it was fun. And it was fun 4 or 5 weeks ago. Why can it not be fun again? This is not fun right now. And I understand for the casual, he's like, yeah, but like imagine being stalled by three stacks. Okay, I'll tell you something. Learn tactics. There's enough videos on YouTube for you to learn tactics. Cool Guy, and Glocks, and what's his name? Cammy Cakes, Frostbolt. Frostbolt is probably one of the craziest players out there. You can watch these guys play, learn their tactics, learn their ways, and this and that. And then you apply that in weekly elimination matches with your friend. You talk to them. You have to stop being nice and saying, oh yeah, hey, dude, like, good try. Like, dude, you should have done this differently. You should approach it this way. And all that kind of stuff. Be constructive about it, though, because they are your friends and all that kind of stuff. And then when your team learns these tactics and this and that, you go in this team tactic-based game type, and you apply those what you learn. You might win some, you might still lose some, but you'll understand the game type more. Now everybody wants to have everything given these days, and this is a problem in just everywhere in the world. Everybody wants something to be given easy. It's like, yeah, but where's the fun and learning experience? I've been gaming in first-person shooters since the 90s. Doom and Wolfenstein, like Perfect Dark, GoldenEye, and this and that. I've been playing and learning ways to get better every single time I apply and play the game. It's frustrating to see that all this game time, I arrived to one of the best games that I have ever played, and it's getting tarnished by just trying to cater to the player base that will play like 4 or 5 games and then leave for the rest of the week. And it's frustrating. And I understand that Bungie needs to help these guys out, and I completely agree. But there is ways to do so. Maybe give them a matchmaking parameter that if you are below a certain tier, KD or efficiency in trials or something like that, your first 10 games you're going to go against players a little bit similar to that. After those first 10 games, sorry, but you have to like start playing in those other pool players. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's still separating the player base in two, but this, at one point, they have to learn and they have to get better and go into the bigger pit. Gears had a similar system in Gears of War 3, if I remember correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong. They had a system where if you played for the first time, your first, I think, 10 games were against other players that were in their first 10 games. Something like that. They can have something like that, where the first 7 games, or 8 games, give them their mercy. First 8 games, if you're playing against people to your stats, you know what I mean, to your tier list or something like that. I'm not talking about like the 0.9s and the 1s and the this and that. They should know a little bit more. I'm talking about Bungie's trying to protect the 0.2s and 3s from getting smacked right off the bat by like stacked teams. I understand that. And I understand. Even they can have a similar system for solos and doubles, where your first 7 to 8 games, you're going against solos and doubles. After that, you're releasing to the pit where everybody's in. They need to do something similar in that than creating a flawless pool where, okay, once you reach flawless pool, we're punishing you for the rest of the week, the rest of the weekend. You cannot play with your friends. You cannot play with the people that are lower than you or this and that, because you will get stopped by 3 stack teams that are just trying to farm adept weapons or just trying to farm and pat stats. This is the vibe that we're getting as higher tier players. It is frustrating. It's not fun. And I understand, yet again, be nice to the community and this and that. I'm one of the guys that like will support team play and supporting the randoms and all that kind of stuff. I've been helping. I've been doing some trials carries and this and that. But it's just right now it's just not fun for me. Like trials was a game type that was for me, not for the random that I'm trying to help. You know what I mean? I understand that they're trying to bring more people in it, but bring them some other way. But yet again, the same example as I gave earlier. First weekend, everybody loved it. So why change it? But hey guys, I know this video has been long already, so I'm going to leave it at that. If you guys have opinions, comments, this and that, or questions, leave them down in the comment section. I just hope that Bungie, at one point, makes a good decision back towards trials and removes this flawless pool and creates something else for the randoms, the solos, the doubles, to be better for them. But at the long run, not punish trials in general. Because we are already seeing that this weekend, the numbers are a little bit low right now as of Sunday, the 17th. We are already seeing, I saw Fimishi there, he posted a message the other night saying there's like 170 something players that did not play compared to last weekend. That tells you a lot. And I understand the map is bad, but this is not the first time it happens. And the numbers are going to continue getting lower, if you ask my opinion. Because now that the randoms are getting their loot and all that kind of stuff, the same thing I said earlier. They play their 5 games, they get their flawless, they get the hell out, and they start playing PvE again. So, Trials was meant for who? Was meant for everybody, but a huge chunk was meant for PvP players. So, protect that aspect, Bungie. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know everybody won't have the same opinion as me, and that's completely fine. That's completely understandable, and it's debatable in the comment section. I will see you guys in the next one. Leave a like if you can. If you leave a dislike if you disagreed with the video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.